Hey guys, my name is June, and today we're going to be tasting this 2016 Petit Chablis coming from Domaine Jolie, and we're going to cook something to go with it. So we're talking about this 2016 Domaine Jolie Petit Chablis. So this is a Chardonnay coming from the Chablis region in Burgundy. So this is like the very northern region of Burgundy. So we're talking northwestern France. This is made by the 4th generation. It is Petit Chablis. So the soils are slightly different than the main Chablis. So we're talking more of this clay soil rather than the Cameroonian soil, which is more of the fossils and chalk. Wines are going to be a little bit more fruit driven than a regular Chablis. We're getting a lot more fresh fruit aromas rather than that flintiness, that minerality to it. Doesn't mean it's a worse wine. It just means it's going to drink a little younger, it's a little bit more approachable, and definitely cheaper. Let's give this wine a sniff. On the nose, right off the bat, we're getting a lot of these like lemon skin, quince, green apple, all these fresh fruit aromas, like slightly underripe. There's also this like slight cheesiness to it, almost like a cheese rind or like a slight yeastiness to it. You're also getting these slight white flowers. We're talking like baby breath, something like that. A little bit of fresh herbs like parsley, chervil, just very lightly. And you're still getting some of that minerality that we're talking about. So this slight flintiness, slight smokiness, almost like this wet river rock on it. All right, let's taste this wine. So right off the bat, this wine is bone dry, very light body, and you're getting hit with all this really high acidity. And for the flavors itself, you're just really getting mostly that lemon, that green apple, that quince, and it finishes off with this slight smoky flintiness to it. It's not a really complicated wine. It's not going to be a very long finish, but it's really just refreshing and almost like a palate cleanser. And because this is a very simple white wine that's fairly high in acidity and it's very refreshing, this really pairs well with fresh seafood, especially raw seafood. So we're talking like sashimi dishes, crudo dishes, and maybe something with high acidity as well, right? So anything with like a really acidic vinaigrette. Another good pairing would be fried food, just because of the high acidity. It's gonna really cleanse your palate when you're having that fried oily food. So like even fried chicken, tempura, calamari works really well with this as well. With this Petit Chablis here today, we're going to be making a simple sashimi dish. We have a couple of fresh fishes here. We have some flounder, a big piece of big-eye tuna, and we also have these really big sea scallops. For garnishes for this, we're going to be using some scallion, the zest and juice of this one lemon, and then I have a bit of sesame oil and some soy sauce. All right, so first we're going to be starting with our flounder. You're going to make sure that there's no pin bones left. And when you're picking up the fish, make sure you're getting a piece of fish that was either filleted that day, or if it's frozen, then it's perfectly fine as well. You do want to make sure it is sushi grade fish, which means that it has been previously flash frozen to get rid of the parasites. We're going to be cutting these slices in about a 1/4 inch to maybe 1/8 of an inch thick. You're going to want to cut it at a slight angle, just so that you're getting like nice wider pieces. And for the big-eyed tuna here, I'm just going to cut this into thirds so that it's a little bit more easy to handle. For the tuna as well, I actually like my tuna slightly thicker. These are going to be closer to a 1/4 inch thick. As you can tell, they're fairly larger in size as well, as it's a big piece of fish. So we have all the fish sliced up. We have all the garnishes ready. We're just going to start plating this. So I'm going to be starting with our scallops here in the middle first. And you just kind of build in the center. Try to give it a little height, maybe rose it up a little bit. scallops. Put that away. And we'll go here with the tuna. We're just gonna start fanning these out from the center. Like my slice is fairly large. Here's our tuna, and we'll finish up. Lastly, our flounder. And now that all the fish is plated up, we're gonna go in with our soy sauce and just drizzle this on. Soy's on, and then here we have our sesame oil. Really adds that umami. Sesame oil is on. Take our lemon out, grab a microplane, be zesting some of the zest on. Once you've zested this, you cut it in half. We'll be juicing half of it on top. And finish it up with some scallion. So our sashimi dish here is done. We're gonna give it a little taste, get some scallops here. That's fire. All this bright lemon, the umami from the sesame oil, that soy umami also, with the slight refreshing wines, is just a really great pairing. So that's our sashimi and our Petit Chablis. If you liked the video, please like it. And if you really liked it, please subscribe. Cheers.
See you next week.
See you next week.